The Tesla Model Y refresh, quote, looks ugly. Here's how we can actually fix it. And of course, I'll preface this in saying that I actually think it looks okay, but there's a segment of the internet wants to change a certain parts of it to make it look better. So I'll preface this. I actually kind of like the look of the Tesla vehicle Model Y, the refreshed Juniper, and I really appreciate how Tesla is just pushing the design, but it was a little bit underwhelming, but that's okay. I like how the light bar is coming to the front of the Model Y. But here's an interesting and fun post that was posted on Reddit. Quote, if Tesla had removed the middle portion of the white Tesla Model Y, or the white Model Y, 2025 Model Y, would regressively take everyone's lunch money. And of course, this is speaking to this light bar in the middle right here. If they took it away and just made it more traditional and less of a cyber type of light bar in the front, that would be more appealing to a lot more people. But it's kind of interesting, right? Because if they did that, then I feel like Tesla would get a lot more flack and a lot more hate as well, because there's plenty of vehicles that look like that already. Here's one from NIO. You can see they've got a very similar type of styling of the front with the angel type of eyes or whatever that is, the slant eyes plus the taillights and everything. And then we got like the Jeep, right? If you added a grill, it would look pretty similar as well. There's a lot of design language that are going into this direction. I mean, you have this vehicle as well, which I believe is the Buick that also has this type of look. Or is this a Buick? Maybe this is something else with the EC7 type of badging here. And so there certainly is a lot of different camps. A lot of people think like the Tesla Model Y Juniper looks great, but let me know what you think. Do you like that light bar in the front? I think at the end of the day, I want to see what it actually looks like in person. And it's funny is like, shout out to Tez Bros, they're going to make a light bar delete kit. So even if you don't like it and you still want the latest and greatest with all the different the features and everything on the Model Y refresh, you potentially might be able to buy a kit to white it out or black it out or whatever it may be. But either way, we're still excited for this Juniper Model Y. Here's a new video that got released from the China market. Actually, we've seen like bits of this video already, and some of the styling is pretty interesting. Like this front license plate right there, it is covering a lot of a big area, and so I certainly can't wait to see like if they're actually going to do that. I'm definitely not going to be installing a plate, but I've seen pictures where they remove that front area and it's one big massive blank space, which is kind of weird. And then the back of it, it still looks weird to me with this huge area. And of course, in the China market, they put the license plate down here, but maybe in the US market, they'll put it up here. I mean, we'll see what actually happens. And maybe this is like the China variant and they'll make changes for the US version when it comes out, because we don't know when this US one comes out. And I'm still thinking it's going to be coming out before January 29th, which is the next earnings call. And Tesla will probably do some sort of release. And this is pretty interesting to see. And this is going to happen in the US. And that's why I've given you all some sort of expectation. Tesla China is selling both the old and the new Model Y simultaneously. They've got Renew Model Y, Refresh Model Y. It's a translation. And then they've got massive interest rates, discounts on the old Model Y. To give you some perspective, they're doing 0% for 5 years, plus I think 10,000 RMB or whatever that may be off of a vehicle. I think it translates to like $1,000 to $2,000. So I don't think it's like $10,000 or something crazy like that. But we're still seeing deals for Model Ys and Model 3s. And we try and keep a good list of them on our deals tracking sheet down below in the description. We're still seeing about $4,000 to $5,000 off on Model Ys. And Model 3s, the best one we saw yesterday was that Model 3 Performance at $3,800 off. And the beauty with these is that this is before the Tesla referral code, where you can save up to an extra $1,000 off of a Tesla vehicle, which is pretty nice as well. So definitely check it out if you are interested. But here's an example of what a blacked out or deleted light bar could look like. Shout out to whoever posted this. I think it was on the Reddit post. You can see they blacked out the light bar in the middle, and I don't know, I like OEM type of stuff, and I like how the light bar is there. And so, you know, it's a striking difference. It's a striking view, and people will know it's a Model Y, or maybe they won't, because a lot of different manufacturers are going to this type of style of a light bar in the front and also the rear. You can also see that's very interesting with this is that when you look at the back of the Tesla Model Y, you don't see any of that red light for the tail light. It's only turned on when you press the brake. And so here it looks like with it completely off, you can see there's no red illumination at all. And so if you take a look at this video right here, there's also no red illumination. Only when you push the brake like this, or maybe have the parking lights on, it actually turns on. And so this is going to be an interesting look, because I feel like we're conditioned to, you look at vehicles and see some sort of red tail light in the rear of it, of course, but this is going to be different to see when you don't see anything on the back like that. But of course, you will see a big, massive space in this area. And maybe the US market will do something different here. Maybe they'll try and cut it out a little bit, and or maybe they won't because of manufacturing and everything like that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think about the Tesla design of the Model Y Juniper. Is it a hit, or what would you rate it? Comment it down below in the live stream chat or in the comments. Like, is it a 6 out of 10 for you, a 7 out of 10? I feel like the average consensus is there's about 50%, 40% that love the design, and a good 30% to 40% that don't. And so just like everything, it's like right down in the middle, give or take. And I guess it really depends on, when this vehicle gets on the road, when we start to see it and we get used to it and the design and everything, I feel like then people will start to appreciate it and like it a lot more. In some other Tesla news, we're still seeing covered prototypes being driven around. So I guess they're going to keep doing this until they probably get the actual release in the US, or maybe is this a performance one? But this one was spotted earlier today of a Model Y Juniper, but it's like not as fun anymore because we almost know all the different features unless they throw some sort of curveball for the US market and they add more features. But I don't think they will, because China is their most aggressive market and they always want to release the best features in China first. And so I doubt we'll see anything with that. And then quick update on what Tesla's doing for the fires in the LA market, Los Angeles, if in case you were interested. It's actually kind of interesting. And so they have also done a bunch of temporary supercharger stations. They have also rolled out Cybertrucks and Starlinks to help out certain areas. Like 3 Cybertrucks are located at the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department to power their stations and also give them internet with their Starlink. So very cool to see that, almost like in a natural disaster type of situation here, or it is a natural disaster, Tesla can roll out emergency type of crews to help out. And now with the Cybertruck being as like rugged and end of the world apocalypse type of style it is, it's really cool to see that Tesla can use Cybertrucks to help out emergency response teams. But quote, Tesla has donated a multiple Cybertruck to be utilized as battery pack banks for the Altadena Mountain Rescue as their station until the power is restored. This will greatly help the team to power radios, computers, and lights as they work into the dark, and then internet access as well, which is really cool to see from Tesla to do. And so it really goes to show that Tesla is looking to help when they can, especially in one of their biggest markets for sure. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you think on the design of the Model Y Juniper. Do you love it or you hate it? And would you think this actually looks better with this middle section removed on the Model Y Juniper, or would you just keep it OEM? I don't know if I would do a delete kit, but it looks like Tez Bros is looking to do one if you're looking to delete it and hide it away.